G'day everyone, it's lime season and I made lime pickle last year, 20 something kilos of it, and I've still got heaps left. So I'm not going to do that this year. We're going to do something a little different. What is it? Well, we're going to make lime cordial and candied lime peel. I did make this before and it's really nice. So how are we going to do this? Well, the first thing we've got to do is get the juice out of the limes. And I bought a Temu juicer to see if this is going to make life easier for my poor arthritic wrists. We also have to peel the limes to get the lime peel. Now we'll only peel the nice ones because we don't want to make too much of this. Let's get our juicer started. All right, now I've given these limes a really good wash, and I tell you what, the smell of limes throughout the kitchen is magnificent. Let's see how this goes on a peeled one. I'm in there. Oh, it's not on. That certainly works. So we'll peel the next one. It's just a normal veggie peeler. Get them off in strips. What we want to make sure is we're not getting too much of. Wait till I finish it. What we want to do is make sure we're not getting too much of the pith, because that's really bitter. But if you hang around, I'll show you how to get rid of that bitterness. We'll do one more, and I'll stop recording, because it's just going to be the same thing over and over again for about 20 litres of limes. 20 litre bucket full of limes. So I'll pop him on, and press the button. While I'm doing that, I peel the next one. And that is the juice of 2 limes. Alright, I've done all my green limes, and we're using the green skins because they look better basically. They shouldn't taste very different, but our peels will all be from the green limes. Our yellow ones should actually be juicier. They're yellow when they ripen in our climate. So we'll get on with that one. We got exactly a litre out of that small lot of limes, which is not bad. I'm hoping we'll get maybe 3 litres. We'll be good. All right, so let's get on with juicing some more. So far, the Temu juice has been going okay. Bit slow, but what I really want to see is it actually juicing everything? So I put it on this fella, and the answer is no. Quite a lot of juice still comes out of that. So let's have a look, see which is going to be easier. I think we do them on there, then we give them a bit more of a juice on the manual one, just to get the last of it out. I shall get on with that now, load up my tray again, and we shall do more. So we've put all the lime peel in here, covered it with water, and we're going to bring it to the boil and let it simmer for 5 minutes. The reason we don't have to do it too long is the peel is fairly thin. So if we have a look here, nice and thin, and this is just to get some of the bitterness out of the lime peel. So let's bring that to boil, and then we'll simmer 5 minutes, throw the water out, and then we'll put it in our sugar mixture. I might give it a taste first though. We can see it's just starting to boil now, but we'll let it get a little bit more oily, new word, before we turn it down to simmer. There we go, boiling nicely. We'll turn it down just to get it to gently bubble, something like that, and we will set a timer for 15 minutes. So it's been boiling for about 10 minutes or so, and we're going to just drain it off, take it away and do that. There it is there. we're going to do a bitterness test, so cool enough to bite. It's a little bit bitter, but not too bad. So I think we'll just boil it once. If we didn't like the bitterness level, we'd boil again in fresh water. But if I boil it much more, we're not going to have any lime taste left. And what we're doing is we're mixing half the amount of water as we do sugar. So it's basically 1 cup of sugar and half a cup of water. We're going to bring that to the boil. We're going to add our limes, peel, and we're going to bring it to the boil. You might need a little bit more sugar and water in there. So I'm not going to cover it up. 1 cup of sugar, half a cup of water, and that should be enough. So a very concentrated sugar syrup here. That's been simmering for a little over 10 minutes. Now we use a slotted spoon to take them out, and they're going to dry overnight. I'll pop them on like that, and we're going to spread them out. Rufus, you wouldn't like lime. You'd like the sugar. I haven't got a lot of room, so they're going to stick together a bit, I think, but that's fine. When they're dried out a bit, we shall put a layer of sugar, or a sprinkle of sugar, over the top, so they've got that nice crystallized look. So last time we did this, it came out really nice, except I then ruined them by putting them in the oven to dry them out. And that's not a good move. It just turns to toffee. Next up, we'll get the lime cordial done, but I'm only about halfway through juicing the limes, and my juicer went flat. So that's the job for the morning. Hang around, we'll see how to make lime cordial. So our peel isn't drying as well as I would have liked, so I'm going to put it into my food dehydrator and just try and dry it off a little bit more. These are great, these little food dehydrators. This one only cost me $20 or $30, I think. But it certainly does a trick. I'm dropping it everywhere. 5-second rule. We'll spread these out nicely. It's got plenty of room in it. Probably should have done this in the first place. Important thing here, that's our top one. It's got a little cap on it, so it blows the last of the air out along this tray. I'll put the last of them in. They have to be perfect. I'll get good airflow around them. Let's pop our lid on. Finally got all the limes juiced, so now it's time to start cooking up the cordial. And for that, we're going to put all of our lime juice in the saucepan. It's a bit over 3 litres. That's 2 litres. And now we've got this from the first batch. It's been sitting in the fridge for a day. One other thing we're going to do is add the rinds of 2 limes, which we'll take out once it's cooked, and that'll just add a little bit of tartness to it. Don't want to overdo the lime peel though. Now this is a cordial, so we've got to preserve it. So I'm adding in 1 cup of sugar. Now this is not so much to sweeten it as to preserve it. We'll see how we go with 1 cup. We might add more. Unfortunately, we can't add less. So let's bring that up to temperature and we'll get our bottles ready. So I bought these nice bottles for it. And they're the swing top. So we've got to get those swing tops on. And they go on a little like. And there we go. Well, after much struggling, we've got lids on, and now we need to sanitize. I'll normally boil containers that I'm going to be preserving in, but these are too awkward, so I'm going to sanitize using alcohol instead. So this is the isopropyl alcohol that I use for mushrooms and cheese making and all kinds of other things. I'm just going to give a spray around the top of each one. And then we're going to spray into the bottle a fair bit, seal it up, we might actually pour some in, I think. Then we'll just open them up, let them air out, and the alcohol will evaporate. I'm not sure if we can see in there, but there is a little bit down the bottom. So we're just going to sort of spray it, move it around, give it a shake. Only a couple of teaspoons in there. And let's go and check on our lime juice. Just had a taste, and it's really nice, sour lime, quite robust to say the least. So I've added another half a cup of sugar, which we can get away with because it is really quite sour. I don't want to make it sweet, but that's my personal taste. You can of course add as much sugar as you like to suit your own taste, but hopefully this will be about right. I might have another taste now. Sugar's dissolved in there. That's perfect. That's brought the flavour out. It's not killing you with the sourness. I'm happy with that. So we're going to bring it to the boil, and then we're going to turn it down and simmer. We want to reduce the overall quantity a little bit, not much, maybe 10%, just to make it a little bit thicker. So here we go. First thing we're going to do is just scoop out all of our floating stuff. Most of the pulp out and our lime peel. The bottles themselves have been open and airing for a little while, so the alcohol mostly gone. But being alcohol, as soon as we pour out boiling hot cordial in there, it'll evaporate, so it's not really an issue. And that funnel's the wrong side. We'll go this way. Well, that wasn't good. So beware when you're filling it up, don't leave the funnel sitting down. Steam goes everywhere, blows it out of it. Leaving a good air gap in the top. Number one. There we go, one very hot bottle of cordial. Now there's not going to be a full bottle, but that's fine because this is ready to use. Once it's cool, of course. So we're going to pour the last of our cordial in this one. And this is going to explode if I do it too quick. So what do we have? We've got 3.5 bottles basically. This one I'm going to put in the fridge and start using as of today. Hopefully it's good. I should have had a little taste, but I forgot to. I had a taste when it was cooking. I have no idea how long these will last, but I would expect, being sanitized, boiling liquid put into them, they should last quite some time. Hopefully a year until my next batch of limes is ready. I'll drink them all before then anyway. We've still got the lime peel, not quite dry enough yet. Another hour or two, we'll get that out and give it a taste. And by that time, these should be cool enough to give a taste as well. Hang about, see how they all turned out. And now the important bit, we try it out. I have a little bit of peel here. Been dehydrating for a bit, and I think I might let it dehydrate a bit more. Sugar's starting to crystallise on the outside, and it's a nice effect. Very chewy. Slight bitterness from the peel, but good strong lime flavour. That makes a nice little snack. Not sure you'd want to eat a bowl full of it, but it's quite nice. Don't think Rufus would like it though. What do you reckon, Rufy? Nope, spat it out. But the key one, this is the important one. Got my half bottle. We'll put a little dash in there. Might be a bit much. Some nice cold mineral water. There we go. See what it's like. Yeah, that was a bit much. Don't need that much in there. That is a lovely tart, strongly lime without being overly sweet. So I reckon that's definitely worth doing. Thanks for watching if you got this far. Appreciate a like and a subscribe if you could. But until later, enjoy life and I'll catch you in the garden. Cheers.